So you can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down or laying down or even stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. And so if you'd like to listen to this in a still position, feel free to take all the time you need to arrive there. You can just allow yourself to fidget, adjust, move, or stretch in whatever ways feel good in your body. And just doing your best to not think about the movements, but more let your body move you in the ways that intuitively feel good in your bones and muscles and joints. Maybe just rolling out the neck or some cat-cow motions with the spine and shoulders. Maybe even reaching the arms up overhead for a big morning stretch and just feeling the space between your hips and the bottom of your rib cage getting longer so your organs have lots of space to breathe. Or if what feels best to your body right now is stillness, then honoring that need for stillness whenever that feels like the right thing. And there is no rush whatsoever. You can continue to move throughout this practice whenever you feel the need to. If at any point you're feeling ready to come to that still position, then you may do so. Just feeling that the spine is nice and straight in whatever position you've chosen. And if you're in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow the eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. And you can mark your arrival into your practice today and into your body today with a full, intentional cleansing breath. As you take a long and slow inhale in through the nose and just watch yourself fill up with air to every corner and edge of you as you just hold that for a moment once you're full, to really experience that sense of fullness. And without straining as you need to, slowly letting all of that go. Exhaling bit by bit. And just gently pulling the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to really push that last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for just a moment to experience that sense of emptiness and allow your next breath to come to you as it's needed. And so you can breathe just like this for as many rounds as it feels good and helpful for you. And not worrying about the actual length of your inhales, exhales, and pauses, but just allowing them to be exaggerated, whatever that means for you today. So whenever you would naturally stop your inhales, seeing if you can just take in a few more sips of air, get a little bit fuller. And pausing a bit more intentionally, exhaling a bit more fully, and again pausing. So we're just consciously slowing down the process of our breath, and therefore slowing down our awareness right along with it, slowing down our nervous system, and just communicating to our body on a cellular level that we are slowing down. Now is the time to release and to turn our attention inward. And just noticing anything at all that you are seeing, even with the eyes closed. We spend so much, if not all of our days, looking outside of us, taking in external information. And so you can let this be a time where you are taking in your internal information and just checking in with how you are doing right now, how you are feeling right now. And just know that in order to show up for a meditation practice or any healing practice, you do not need to be feeling good necessarily. This practice is not about ignoring everything bad in your life or washing over the painful and uncomfortable aspects of life with love and light and just shoving all positive things on top of it. But this practice is about uncovering what is actually there. Knowing how much of our time we spend distracting ourselves, covering things up, maybe hiding from aspects of ourselves. And knowing that that is perfectly okay and that is human to do. And we will continue to do these things. And this can be your time to almost do the opposite. And rather than distracting and hiding from feelings within us that might be unpleasant or thoughts that we've been avoiding, this can be a time to almost take inventory. Take inventory of the feelings and the thoughts that are within you. Making note of how you are in this moment. And you do not need to make an opinion about how you are feeling or any judgments. And you also do not need to hold yourself to any expectations. Watching for any thoughts that are telling you that you should be feeling a certain way. And just coming back to how you are feeling. Noticing if the mind is tending to wander. Maybe thinking about anything before this moment, wandering to the past, or maybe trying to multitask and plan for your day ahead. And just know that the moment you notice that the mind is wandering, that automatically brings you back into that role of the observer or the witness. And that is the role, that is the point of view we want to stay in for as long as we can during these types of practices. There is a you deep down inside of you, at the core of who you are, that is just watching, quietly observing. And that you is capable of simply feeling what is here. And that you contains all of the wisdom from all of your life experience. And there will be times in our life where we have maybe more direct access to this version of ourselves that is deep in our core. And there will be other times where we feel completely disconnected from that self, from our core of who we are, and maybe entirely forget that it's even there. And just know that there is nothing wrong with you if that is where you're at today or any day. And it just means that you are human. And so you can just let some of your awareness come to your face and the muscles that exist in your face. Just remembering all the tiny muscles that are here that create every expression you make. And just noticing if there's any resting tension in these muscles. Noticing any expression or any emotions that could be communicated by any expression resting on your face. And you can simply allow yourself to soften and allow your jaw to hang heavy into place. Allow your nostrils to release. The muscles in the chin, in the ears, in the cheeks, the muscles in the eyelids, the eyebrows, and the forehead. Maybe almost feeling a sense that the muscles in the face are hanging off of the bones slightly. Allowing the muscles of the face to release back into the support of your skin. And you can just allow that same sense of release to naturally spread down the scalp, down the back and sides of the neck, as the shoulders release down and away from the ears. Letting the full weight of your body rest into the surface that is beneath you. Feeling the pelvic floor lengthen and widen. As you just feel an overall sense of acceptance with where you are right now, even if it's just for a moment. Releasing the need to change anything about how you are feeling, about what you are experiencing. Even if there is maybe intense physical or emotional pain present right now. Seeing if just for a moment you can let go of that extra layer of resistance that we put on top. The constant voices saying that we wish we were feeling different, or you want to be feeling anything other than what you're feeling right now. And seeing if just for a moment you can exhale into what you are feeling. And release that extra and sometimes heaviest layer of suffering that we all will put on ourselves, of resistance. And finding even a brief sense of acceptance with exactly what is right now. Just taking this moment to allow yourself to plant whatever seeds you want to plant within you in this quiet space. Acknowledging anything that you would like to change or adjust about your life or about yourself. And not letting those things become scary or daunting, but just letting a small seed be planted. Remembering how every beautiful giant tree starts out as just a small seed. Or maybe thinking back to any big changes you've made in your life before, and how that started as just a small seed of acknowledging something that you'd like to change. And just reminding yourself that there will always be a period of time between us recognizing that we need to make a change and when we actually have the power and the resources to make those changes. And so just being so kind and patient with yourself wherever you are in this process of change. And so just taking a moment now to allow your body to re-soften if anything has tensed back up. And just allow everything you've heard today to settle. Maybe imagining all the words you've heard that felt helpful or resonated with you to settle down to the bottom, almost like dirt packing over that seed or any seeds that you've planted today. And you can seal this with a sense of trust. A sense of trust in your life, in your journey, and that you are exactly where you need to be right now, even when it doesn't feel like it. And the only thing that we can all count on in this life is that things will change. Especially our feelings will change, our emotions. And so that can be a great comfort to you if you are in a place right now that you would like to change, because you know that it will. And it can also act as permission for you to fully soak in all the good things you're feeling, because that is also temporary. And just allow yourself to make the most of the times where you are feeling good and connected and motivated and inspired. And release any guilt you might feel for feeling good when you know that there is pain in the world. And allow your good feelings to fuel you so that you can share that with the world that is hurting. And trusting that the cycles will always change And one day when you are feeling not so good, there will be someone else to share their goodness with you in your darker times. This is what life is. And so if it feels like something you'd like to do today, you can let your hands come and find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. And just feel this connection of your palms and fingers to one another. And you can take a big and full breath into the body. And as you exhale, allowing your head to gently bow as you let go of anything you're ready to let go of. And just taking this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. Bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you.